What's up, y'all? It's your girl Diamond. I did say in my last review of Love Mary Charlottesville that I will be giving my personal thoughts on Marceau and Tisha's live that they did last Sunday. And it's going to be a rant. It's going to be a small conversation because I feel like watching that live, it just showcased to me Tisha and Marceau don't really have what it takes to pivot off of this show. They don't know how to present themselves to be the power couple, the people who headlines everything. They don't know how to manage it because in the beginning of the live, they wanted to make it seem as if their response to all of Martell's antics, all of the receipts he claims he's had on them, they didn't respond as them not responding, but y'all chose to use Martell as the scapegoat to address what y'all wish to happen in the next season. Marceau, you pretend as if you are very smart. You pretend you have these great words of wisdom, but you literally broke the fourth wall when you explain the way production is going to navigate the storylines for next season. You kept on using, if I had a lazy production, if I was a lazy producer, I would have plugged what's been said on social media, presented to the cast, set up a scene, had one of the cast members ask that particular person what's been going on social media. I know how this is going to go because this is what's been happening in the last seasons. You said you're a fast learner and said that y'all picked up on how the formula was going to pan out from 2 seasons. But I'm wondering, why now? Are you surprised? Why now are you tired of it? Why now are you wanting to shake things up and actually showcase something more, what's the word? Substantial. You want to show more substance. You want to show more in entrepreneurship. You're talking about, creating a general contractors class, copying off of Melody because she hosts her master class of property preservation. You want to talk about you and Tisha's relationships, how y'all have never done counseling, which is a fucking lie because y'all have done counseling. Y'all had Dr. Francis for quite a couple of seasons. You went to a retreat. So it was a whole bunch of hypocrisy in this live for me. And it's just so interesting that y'all don't want social media to place a narrative on y'all story, but y'all have allowed for social media to cover y'all story. Y'all follow behind every antic that Martell has had on mail, and y'all never did nothing about it. Y'all never said, oh, we're done with this narrative. We should be done talking about Melanie and Martell. They're over, they're divorced, they're not getting back together. We should not be talking about their problems. No, y'all didn't have that conversation. Y'all didn't have that epiphany of wanting to change the circumstances, change the message of what the show was originally about. No, y'all didn't have that. And then Marceau, you are very rude and disrespectful to want to get mad about people in the comment section asking you about what is it you're expecting to change. And if you don't like it, you can get off the show. You're getting mad and calling people in the comment section dumb by understanding from what we're seeing on the show does not match what you're now telling us in this live. We can't believe y'all now want to have something more to talk about when y'all have been falling behind Martell this entire time. Y'all have used Tisha's cousin as a storyline. Y'all wanted to get involved into Tiffany's and Louis' business. Like, y'all can miss me. This past season, y'all wanted the millimeters to be the main topic of conversation. It's just crazy to me. So why all of a sudden you guys are just now getting annoyed and tired of having the season be the same thing, when we as the viewers have been telling y'all we're tired of seeing the same thing. We're tired of seeing y'all talk about the same things all over again. So I just think that it's quite hypocritical and kind of hilarious coming from you guys who have not shown y'all real lives since season 1. It's just crazy to me. And Marceau, you have never given Tisha any room to discuss anything that she's felt in regard to the comments. Anytime she was willing to talk about something that she wanted to address, you kept on to say, wait, let me just say that, let me just say this. You cut her off every single time, not giving her a chance to speak on anything. And whenever she wanted to address something, you say, oh no, we're not going to talk about that because they're going to think it's fake, right? They want us to be about this fictitious stuff, right? No, we don't. We don't want y'all to fake it. But for Tisha and you to say, we're tired of dumbing ourselves down for the show, we're tired of dumbing ourselves down for entertainment. Who said we were telling you to dumb yourself down? Who said that the fans, the viewers, were telling you to dumb yourself down for the show. No, Tisha, you decided to play a role. You decided to play like nothing's been going on. Everything is just all sunshine and rainbows. I got the perfect marriage. Nobody knows what I have. That was you and Marceau, because you and Marceau likes to hide from conversations about y'all lives. So y'all can miss me with that shit. Really can. And as far as y'all talking about getting through the hurdles and actually being open and honest, we seen that before and y'all still didn't give us the real. Y'all had a scene that talked about y'all was separating and that y'all relationship wasn't working. We didn't see that. We didn't see the trials. We didn't see the conversations. Now y'all talking about how they cut a lot of stuff out. They cut all y'all going on dates. Y'all helping Kimmy with her business. You know why? I think because maybe it's not a lot that y'all gonna be willing to talk about. Do y'all think it's supposed to be just magically appears to have something that's shown on the screen and we're supposed to just go along with it? I don't know. But and then we get to you. I don't know if it's real that you won the Zen Garden lawsuit and that you went all throughout the mulberry bush just to admit that you didn't know what the fuck you were doing handling a project like that. You wasn't sending invoices on time. You wasn't being communicative. You wasn't doing your job. And you want to charm it off with, I was just not accepting that I was blessed to be on this earth. You had to use the whole David and Goliath story about how, fighting the fight, fighting the big man, and going through the hard times and finding the light in the end of the tunnel, like all of that shit, just for you to admit you didn't know what the fuck you were doing. Make it make sense for me. Then you talk about how y'all still don't know what the fuck y'all need to do with this damn house y'all bought. This land of rocks that's supposed to be Scott Manor you bought in 2018 that y'all still don't know what to do. So for me, it's like y'all never really had a clear indication of what it is y'all wanted to show on the show, because y'all didn't know what y'all wanted to really show on the show. Y'all wanted to present as if y'all had it all made. And then for y'all to say that y'all had nobody to help you, nobody gave you anything, y'all had to work from the ground up. From what I can recall, Marceau was fired from the movie theater. You were struggling being a stay-at-home mom. He told you not to work. Y'all didn't have a working vehicle, from what I can remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. Martell and Mel gave y'all a car to drive around, paid for Marceau to get the property preservation class, get the license, the credit, so he can now move on to construction. That's what Martell helped him at. And also giving y'all the opportunity to come on this show. If it wasn't for Melly and Martell having the connections and knowing who needs help, you guys were the first people he thought about, and y'all got this opportunity. So for y'all to say nobody helped y'all, it's a bunch of cap and bullshit. Y'all have never given Melody and Martell the proper credit that they deserve for getting y'all to this position. And now, Marceau, it's been all these seasons. You now want to be like, I'm going to show y'all more. Because now you don't want to deal with Martell. You don't want to be around him, but yet you're willing to still be in scenes with him. You're still willing to discuss certain things with him, but you don't want to be around him. You say y'all don't hang out outside the show. You only mention the people who you hang out with. It's still kind of like a bunch of hypocrisy and bullshit to me. Like, it was just annoying and crazy. What else that I can think of? Because just the entire time y'all were not trying to call out production. Y'all were in fact calling out production. Y'all were calling out what y'all are tired of, but I can't tell if you're tired of it, because obviously this is something you're still willing to sign for the next season. You're still willing to sign that paper to get your check. So make it make sense for me. And I feel like y'all don't want to address what happened at the field day, because when Martell threw shots at Tisha, she threw shots at him at the Messy Monday episode, but also she revealed that you guys were very much aware of the Revenge Peace situation, and that Martell has been constantly showing things on his phone about Mel, about Ariane. You had to be a bit more petty by mentioning his past sexual history, because y'all said that on this live as well. And it's so crazy how you wanted to say, Letitia, it wasn't alleged. It was an actual fact at that field day. Marceau was naming guys. It wasn't shown, but it was filmed on this live. Y'all wanted to defend the fact y'all wasn't saying Martell was gay. We just said he likes men. He likes sleeping with men. That's what we said. And then she wants to say, oh, no, we're not going to feed into that. We're not going to feed into that. Why? You led that brigade, though, Tisha. You led it. It came out of your mouth. So now when something that was recently outed, hello, y'all gonna have to correct it and clean it up, but y'all don't want to clean it up. Because if it's something that he's done in the past, just like what you done in the past, I don't think y'all want to have that conversation of what led to y'all doing that on the next season. Y'all don't want to be brought up in conversation about what's been going on social media. Y'all don't want to address the photo that Martell dropped about a photo of Marceau being on a fishing trip with all these other men, all faces being blocked, but one face being revealed as allegedly the man you was fucking at the back of a Buick. Along with the cringy interview he had with Ariana, that mystery woman, y'all don't want to address how y'all have definitely added on to the social media frenzy. So it's just killing to me that throughout that entire live that y'all just don't know how to navigate being in this particular social um not social climate, but also in this social lighting. Y'all don't know how to navigate this, because if Melody had to endure all of the comments, all of the expectations, she endured all of it all, and yet she still rose to the top and did her part of coming onto the show, doing her job, and going the fuck home. Y'all can't handle that. See, now y'all coasted going through no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all coasted for all these seasons, following behind the mess Melly and Martell had. Y'all coasted, following behind the mess that y'all did to your own cousin. I'm sorry. I'm going to still keep on bringing her up. I know she's gone. I want her to rest. But y'all led to the social media narrative about Kiki being back on pills. Y'all never gave Kiki the proper opportunity for her to tell her story, for her to actually be a message to other people who dealt with that same struggle. Y'all want to paint her out to be such a horrible person so bad, and it worked. Nobody gave Kiki the understanding that she wasn't this bad of a person. I and a very few other content creators that I have listened to have still given her the benefit of the doubt to know that this wasn't her fault. Y'all led to that. So y'all can definitely fucking miss me. And Marcel, let me get on you about how you don't want to be in a conflict setting. You don't want to be in a conflict with Martell. Martell and you being in a conflict doesn't do anything. You'd rather be in conflict with Kimmy, and you'd rather be in conflict with other people. You really want to be in a conflict with Mel, because we all know when you and Mel are in a back and forth moment, people love it. People go up for it. But I feel like you didn't want to say nothing because Tisha was right there. Because y'all tried your hardest not to say Mel's name, but you meant to say Mel's name. Um, but let's get to you meeting up with Martell so Martell can confront Tiffany about her conversation with Sheree. Two men against one woman who was very pregnant at the time. You're doing the most talking for Martell on how he felt about Tiffany asking Sheree questions, which had nothing to do with you, wasn't your place. You cussing at her, so she went and told her husband. Lewis ends up checking you. You bitched up as usual and didn't want nothing else to do with it. Like, nobody really held Marcel's feet to the fire about why did he go after Tiffany like that. That wasn't his place, but he did it to be there for Martell. He also went to do that because he wanted to have an argument with another woman. And Marcel, you on live talking about how you don't only go after women in the comment section, you go after men too. No, you don't. No, you don't. Anytime you address anything that somebody said in the comment section, is usually a woman, and you be nasty. Anytime. You do not address a man about anything. Hell, we saw it last episode. You did not address Martell about how he was wrong and disrespectful to Tisha. You allowed it. You didn't do shit about it. Okay? And speaking of you being disrespectful, you really have allowed your wife to look even more stupid on this live than you did at that episode. This wasn't edited. This wasn't chopped. This wasn't filmed. This was on your camera, on your phone, at your own home, and you allowed for her to look fucking dumb and stupid. Again, more and more, you're proving Martell's point that you allow yourself to put Tisha in these type of situations to be embarrassed and humiliated. More and more. So I don't see how you can just write it off that I'm not going to fight Martell. I'm not going to go back and forth with Martell on Wish because he wants me to do something. I'm not going to do nothing because it's all fake. It's all fake. It's all fake. So now you're falling behind Martell's um, perspective that that scene he had with Mel at the coffee shop is all an act. It was a scene that he was told to do, and he was told to buy flowers and da 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 da. That wasn't a real scene. Da 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 da. It's all cap and bullshit. All in all, y'all are feeling some type of way that y'all now have to be put into this hot seat, excuse me, to address what y'all have done. And I don't think y'all can handle it. Hell, we saw that this season when y'all all made a pact to not talk about Maurice's DUI. That was very public. That was on social media. Everybody had something to say, but yet everybody was mad at Mel for bringing it up. How? How? And then you also talking about you're tired of the Martell and Trish situation. Oh my God, who kept on bringing it up? Besides Trish, Martell really didn't want this to be a big deal. He wanted everything to be on the hush hush, but y'all kept on bringing it up. Tisha wanted to bring it up at the St. Thomas trip to get a reaction out of Mel. You got Marisa and Kimmy wondering, do Ken love Trish more or is it an even thing? They want to know. So y'all can miss me with that shit. Y'all really fucking can. Let me think. Because it was just a lot in that hour that was just a whole bunch of bullshit to me. I just can't. All in all, this is for me. Y'all put your money where your mouth is. This is supposed to be a public service announcement that we're not going to address anything on social media, but I don't think you guys have to say so because y'all have never addressed anything. And yes, Tisha, nobody wants Miss Wanda back on this show. Nobody does. Hell, Marceau was so quick to say, hell no. What is Miss Wanda going to do other than speak up for you and still make a problem with Mel? That's it. Nothing's going to change. She has not changed since she's left the show. She has constantly been on live talking shit, making up lies. Like nothing else is going to change. I don't think nobody wants her on the show anymore. Like what the fuck? Let her be where she's at. But of course, your mother is also part of the social media narrative. Oh, now I remember. Do you know what else you did, Tisha? You brought Carson Blue on the show because Carson Blue had information about the Revenge P. That one you never told Melody about. Carson had to be the one to tell her. And Marcel, I saw your Facebook post about how you and Tisha were not cool with Martell and Mel at the time that the Revenge P was coming out. And you told Carson not to get involved. Why? And your excuse was since you weren't talking. Y'all weren't in a good place. It was just a rumor. We're not going to go off on a rumor. Are you fucking kidding me? Y'all been going off on rumors since this show started. Y'all went off on rumors about Martell and how he assumes that Melody is messing around with her security guard. Rumors about Tiffany. Rumors about everybody else on this damn cast. Y'all have definitely brought up rumors that weren't true. Tisha, I keep on repeating myself. Your mom made up a rumor about Melody having an affair on Martell and that man that she had an affair with allegedly has been the father of Sugar Mama. That was rumor y'all kept on bringing up. And y'all want to say y'all tired of it all? Y'all tired of mentioning the same thing? Tisha, Marceau, do y'all remember when y'all went to Kimmy's tasting and you are listening to Trish and Ken's dynamic, how they got together? It didn't make any sense to you. Melody stood up for them to give them a perspective about how people don't understand how a man and woman can have a platonic situation and have nothing romantic going on. What's the first thing y'all mentioned y'all confessional? Maybe Martell wasn't lying about Melody cheating. The whole thing about Trish and Marquez. Marceau, you want to compare Marquez and Trish to Melody and Martell, which has nothing to do with neither one. There's no comparison. It's not the same situation. There's none of that. So y'all can definitely mess with that shit. And y'all are all just fucking hypocrites and liars, in my opinion. It's just crazy. I'm sorry. That whole hour live that they did was just a whole PR stunt to pretty much say we're not discussing what we've been doing on social media. We're not discussing on the things that we've said and done because we don't know how to handle it. We want to talk about other things. We want to hide our shit as usual and talk about other people's shit. That's what we want. And let's get into it. Oh, no, 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 no. I have to say this. Something else popped into my mind. When Tisha spoke about how we are a group of people who have been educated, who've been in fraternities and sororities, and we just want to make our community better again. First of all, Tisha, you're speaking to multiple people in this world who have been educated, who have been in sororities and fraternities. You're not doing nothing different. But for you to make it seem as if we did not know what the entirety or the mission from what Love Marriage Huntsville originally was, we're not fucking stupid. We knew what the mission was. We knew what the purpose of this show was meant to be about. We knew. But y'all just didn't have the ability to actually showcase it. Y'all didn't. And when she spoke about COVID and how she was getting her master's degree, it was very hard. Marceau wanted to make it about him, shut Tisha down, and talk about how he was still doing projects and helping the three kids in a 1,700 square foot home, as if living in a 1,700 square foot home is such a small place for you. Hell, a 1,700 square foot home would be amazing for me. Like more and more the things that Marceau likes to say, he likes to throw out little digs that I don't deserve to be in this situation. People who live up under me, people who I think are beneath me, should live in a 1,700 square foot home. Me, no, I don't deserve to live like that. But either way, the point he was trying to make was he had a whole lot to deal with by doing his job, being home with the kids during COVID, while giving Tisha the opportunity to get another degree. And he also said that, y'all know why I took that solo trip to Africa? That's why. I'm sorry, what? So because you had to do what you had to do, being a fucking father and a husband, to be at home with your kids and help out with your kids as you're supposed to, gifted you a solo trip to Africa, then what the hell was all that bullshit about how it was meant to be your first family trip? And that teacher had to lie and cover for you and cover for your actual reasons as to why she didn't get to go. So it was meant to be a reward for you. That's a pretty hefty award in my opinion. So because you did what you had to do as a parent and help your wife, give her the freedom and the space to get another degree, you deserve a solo trip to Africa, and yet that still don't give you red flags, Tisha? No, I'm sorry. That makes absolutely no sense. And then you want to talk about renewing your wedding vows, and we're not going to do that whole bullshit about renewing vows. Production's not going to have us do that shit. Production wasn't the one who had the idea of renewing your vows when y'all did the Vegas trip. That was Tisha, and you still made her look fucking stupid. The more and more he kept on bringing things up that Tisha was involved in and didn't give a shit. Didn't give a shit at all. Like he just embarrassed her in more ways than one on that live and have cut her off in more ways than one on that live. Never gave her the opportunity to talk. You also said that my wife wants to appear to be a boss at times, but then she wants that soft life. Why are you embarrassing your wife like that? So the fuck what? So what if she wants to have that easy life and you taking care of everything? So what? Who wouldn't want that? But you never should make her feel bad about her wanting something for herself. And you know what else that he still hasn't done for her? Build her fucking office. Her office is still not built. Along with the house that y'all still haven't built, along with the office she still doesn't have. What does Tisha have? She's obviously falling behind Mel because now she's reading a book called Let Them. Let anybody who got anything negative to say, just let them have it. Let them have it. Now you're trying to be on that Mel. Let go and let God. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to let them do what they do. Get the fuck out of here. So does that answer your question? Are y'all entertained? Is this what y'all want? Da, 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 da. Why are you asking fans if this is what they want, but get mad if the fans tell you what they want? Make it make sense. And you can't blame the fans for what they seen on the show. You can't do that. Like it's all bullshit in my opinion. It really is. So that was pretty much my thoughts, y'all. I'm annoyed. I'm tired. Okay, Tisha and Marceau, they came back on what they said. I'm pretty sure because since Marceau don't realize he just revealed what's going to occur the next season, he shouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get the responses that he expects because you want validation from the cast, also social media to look at y'all differently because y'all want to build y'all fan base. Y'all don't have a fan base, okay? And I know that there's some speculation, like maybe there's some hints leading up to Melody maybe leaving the show. If she does, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think she's outgrown the show. She's already went through what she went through. She's moving on to bigger and better things. She should leave the show, but will the show make without her? It's not saying that she's the main reason why everybody watched the show, which technically she is, but as far as like what else do we have to look forward to? She's the only one who's going to be open and honest about what's going on in her life. Nell and Chris, they got real life issues. I don't want Trish and Ken to come back. The Scots, hell, God, I don't know. What will the Scots bring? They never are about anything. They never are honest about anything. Like y'all can miss me. And let me also tell you this, Marcel. You want to say you never had a real friendship with Martell and Mel? You going down the timeline of when y'all met, when y'all hung out, when y'all fell out, y'all got back cool again. Da, 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 da. To me, that sounds like a long enough time for y'all to develop some type of relationship, so that way y'all could be presented to be part of this cast. You knew Martell long enough to be involved with him while he was cheating on his damn wife, and you did your dirt too, allegedly. The more and more Marceau talk, the more and more he sounds like a fool. More and more. Like, And then Tisha just sitting there. I literally felt like it was the Derek Jackson and his wife interview where she wore her helmet of salvation, that horrible beanie and glasses. You got Tisha in her worn out, dried out braids with this bun and glasses. It's given those are the braids of salvation. And you got her ignorant ass husband taking over the whole conversation and not letting her talk, not letting her get her word across, not letting her tell how it made her feel. It was all about Marceau in that damn live for me. But I ain't got nothing else. Y'all, what are your thoughts about this? Okay, how do you feel about what's going to occur in the next season? And also, will they address Kiki's passing? Will they do a tribute to Kiki? Because it's not like y'all have to, but where is the show's recognition of her passing? Where is the show's proper respects for her passing? Where? Are y'all gonna do it at the reunion? And on Carlos, y'all need to have a conversation because just the fumbleness and the confusion of the season, because season 5 is what's going to be the finale episode next week. I thought this was season 8. So how we are season 5? Yeah, technically we should be in season 7. But you split these seasons so much and they're about to start filming soon. It's just like, oh my God. Y'all please get it together. Please get it together. I don't have time for this, but y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. Okay, I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.